sir, just a minute, sir, that's why. I think that's why I said it's very important to understand observation. Forgive me, it is relevant to the question, sir.
I understand that.
Is there an observer observing? Or there is only pure observation? That's what I want to settle first.
Yes, sir, before you pinpoint to the core question, I think somewhat opening out is necessary.
Throw it out. No, you.
If consciousness can observe itself, then I think we are introducing duality even within consciousness.
Sir, consciousness is full of duality. I do, don't do, I must not, fear, courage, is the whole consciousness is that, our consciousness. You see, that's why it's so difficult. I say one thing, you say another, we never meet.
Well, only one question. So are we admitting that thought is capable of recognizing a fact?
No.
No. Let me ask you another question. Is awareness in consciousness part of consciousness? I am aware of a fragment.
I would like to discuss, if I may, to come to the point, how is there an observation without the observer? Because if there is an observation which is not of the observer, then that observation operates on the whole of consciousness. That's all I'm trying to say. You may not accept, just a minute, sir, let me finish. I am saying it's important to discuss or explore this question of observation. We are missing the main point, which is there is only observation, not the observer.
Now, in other words, if I know that there is observation without the observer, I've already introduced the observer.
No.
Exactly, the question doesn't come as a true question from my side. If there was pure observation,
There'd be no observer.
investigation.
So, why is there not pure observation? Because you are introducing an observer into that observation.
Exactly.
That's just you are introducing in your observation the observer. So who is the observer?
No, wait a second. Am I introducing the observer into my observation, or is there observation and then I'm talking to you about it, so there's the observer?
No. We are discussing only observation, not talking to each other. I'm asking, as long as there is an observer different from his observation and the thing he's observing, there must be duality on all the rest of it. And as most of us observe with the observer, therefore we have to examine what is the observer, right? Am I moving away from your central question? Because I'm not, sir. I want to come to a point where I can carry this out in my daily life. I'm only concerned with that and nothing else. So I say, how can I observe without the observer? Can I observe my action, my wife, my husband, my children, the whole cultural tradition which one has been brought up without the observer? If you can answer me that, discuss that, which is, what is the observer to which we give so much importance?
So we seem to be dogmatically accepting the distinction between the observer and the observation, as though there is an observer apart from the observation.
No. I said, sir, we have established always in our life the observer, right? I am observing, right? I am looking, my opinion is that. And so this whole build-up through generations, this idea, the observer is different from that which he is observing. I observe this house, obviously is different from me, from the observer.
The object is different from the observer. The observation, I mean.
Wait, sir, wait, I'm coming to that. There is an observation of that thing called tree. There is an observation, and I say it's a tree, and so on. But now we are talking psychological observation. In that observation, there is a duality, I and the thing I am observing. And the thing that is being observed is traditionally accepted that the I is different from that which is observed. I am saying it is the observer that brings about this division, right? Now, what is the observer?
The mind.
Huh?
The mind.
No, don't reduce it to the mind. Let's go into it.
It's a position. It's experienced as a place, a continuity, a bunch of criteria. In other words, from there I know where there's a place from which to observe, a place that has some steady.
Sir, are you aware, if I may ask you, that there is this observer and the observed, division? Now, we are asking what is this observer that is overpowering the observation? Who is the observer?
The whole collection of experiences and the identification.
That is the knowledge, that is the past being the tradition, the accumulation of experience of mankind, racial, non-racial, the whole system of the past. That the observer is the past.
With one addition. With one addition.
Add.
The addition is that the observer is the past plus the sense of continuity.
I'm coming to it, sir. Just a minute. The continuity is the observer, which is the past, meeting the present, modifying itself, and continuing. No?
Even without.
Wait, I mean, I don't know if you agree to that. You see, we project all. Now let's go.
There's another piece here too.
And
There's another. The other piece is that in observation.
I'm not talking observation.
No. I'm saying that from the observer's point of view.
No, I'm asking, sir, please, sir. One is asking, who is the observer? That's all. We are saying the observer is the past, and that past has a continuity through the present, modified, and future. This whole process is the past.
So I'm saying, what you are saying is partially correct.
Make it correct, sir.
Plus tradition plus there is something which is, according to me, the mind. A mind, it is possible for a mind to be bereft of that tradition.
That, just a minute, sir. Use that word tradition, that what we are saying is the observer is all that.
In totality.
The observer is that. Add more, take away less. The observer is that. And that observer is interfering, blocking observation, or translating according to the past observation. That's all I'm saying. Now, can you observe? Is there an observation without the observer?
Will you grant here?
Just, I'm asked you a question. You haven't answered my question. You can
No one
answer.
can answer the question. One has to ask another question.
Yes, and
Which is, the observer has depths which are very difficult to fathom. The
No,
observer is
I
not
don't
only
think
by
so.
personal experience.
I know, I don't think so. I'll point out. The observer has great depth, as you pointed out. The depth being knowledge.
See,
If I may say so, the nature of the observer is the field of consciousness.
I don't bring in
So
consciousness.
listen, I'm bringing it because when you say there are depths to the observer, you can keep on adding depths to the observer, widening it, stretching it, but in its nature, it is the totality of knowledge which is the totality of consciousness.
All right, from there, what is your question?
The question is, if the totality of the observer is the totality of consciousness.
Wait.
So listen, sir.
I'm listening, but I want to be clear what you're saying.
That is the nature of the observer and the nature of what it is trying to observe.
No, we're not. We haven't come to.
No, sir, you said, can there be an
We are only analyzing the observer.
He talked of the field of the whole totality of consciousness. And can there be an observation without the observer? That was the question. Now I say, when you say there are depths to the observer, I say the observer himself, just please listen to this, the observer himself is the field of consciousness.
Who is that? Agreed. What I
Sir,
say?
then, sir, please listen. If the observer himself is the field of consciousness, is there an illuminating process?
What?
Is there an illuminating process? Is there an illuminating quality which
What?
brings this into awareness without any movement?
What are you saying? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Somebody understand.
Let me explain to you something, sir. You asked a question. Can there be an observation without the observer? An observation.
We are now inquiring, please stick to it, Populji. We are inquiring into the observer.
Now, I say, when Sunanda said that the observer has many depths, I say the totality of the observer is itself the field of observation. You can keep on extending the observer endlessly.
Look, Populji, make it very simple. For God's sake, let's be simple. That is, can I observe my wife or my husband without all the accumulation I have had during my 20 years life with her?
See, sir, forgive me for saying so. I may say yes, I can.
No, you can't say.
No, I can.
You can't say yes.
If you bring up a particular,
I am doing it
then I
because
would
the
say
gentleman
yes.
wanted it.
If
He
you bring
wa-
up a particular, I would say yes.
No, that's no good just agreeing,
No, that's
saying
not
yes.
agreeing. I can observe you without the weight of knowledge.
No, you
They
can
can
observe
be
me.
observed.
Wait. It's very easy to observe me. I'm not your husband.
You're my,
No, don't. Please.
you're my teacher. It's a much different.
No. I refuse. Please, we are not meeting the point. We're not meeting the point. Can I observe my wife or husband with whom I have lived, and during the course of those 20 years, I have accumulated knowledge about her, and she has accumulated knowledge about me, quarrels and sex and the whole business of relationship. Can I observe her without the accumulated knowledge? That's all I'm asking. Can I observe my wife as though I was looking at her for the first time? Not at a certain time,
Minus the past.
but look at her all the time as though she was new. That means, can the observer be absent? Not at a particular time, at a particular level, absent. Then you say, how is this to be done? What is the system? When you ask that question, what is to be done, what is the system, you are introducing the factor of fragmentation. Moment you say system, the how, it is the operation of the thought that says, I must achieve that state, therefore tell me what to do.
That is inevitable.
Huh?
That is inevitable, sir.
No, it is not. Therefore, we have to see systems are valueless.
Maybe, sir, the approach can therefore only be negative in the sense that you can see yourself observing as the observer and negate it. Maybe it is not possible to approach it.
I haven't understood your question.
Sir, any approach which is positive is going to land you in a trap.
I said, look, Pupulji, is it possible, which means negating the observer?
How is it? Is it possible negating?
No, I'm asking, you are just splitting words.
No, sir, I'm not splitting words, sir.
I am, look,
How do you say, is it possible? Is it negation? Is it negating?
you have known me for the last 30 years. Can you look at me as though I was a fresh human being for the first time you meet? Then what happens? What is our relationship there? Which is the most practical thing as you want to know. So we have to find out whether we have any relationship at all with each other, or it is merely memory. Right, sir? So you're all...
At this point, what does the mind do? What can it do? There is no movement for it.
Yes, there is. That's why I'm saying, the process of observing the observer. The observer is the past. Now listen carefully. The observer is the past. Can the observer see the movement of the past taking place? Huh? Can you observe? Not you. Is there an observation of the past?
Yeah, the observer and the observed.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're talking, when you're talking about the observed, you're talking about a flower, I believe, and sometimes you're talking about something inside you as the observed, are you not?
No, sir. It's fairly simple, sir. When you look at somebody, now you're sitting there and I'm sitting here. The speaker is here and you're there. You're the observer and the speaker is the observed. Right? How do you look at the speaker? You're the observer. What are you observing? The form of the speaker? The language you hear of the speaker? The gestures, the features, the form, the name? Is that what you're observing? Or you have an image of the speaker? Haven't you? So what are you observing? You are observing your own image that you have built about the speaker. Right? Now, can you look at the speaker without any image? Which means then you are really looking, aren't you? Then you are really listening. Not listening to your image, your preconceived ideas, but actually putting all that aside, you are listening, you are looking. Now, can you look at yourself similarly? Because when you look at yourself, you have an image of yourself, what you should be, what you should not be. Right? You have an idea, which is again an image that you must succeed, you must be good, you must achieve. You have images. Not only about yourself, you have images about others and the world. So you're always looking through an image, through a formula. Now, can you look without the image, without the formula? The image, the formula is the me. It's very simple, sir, to look at a tree, the cloud, the bird, the next, your neighbor, your wife, or your girl, whatever it is, to look without a single image. Then you are related. Then the bird you look without the me, without the world. Then you will never kill anything in your life. Do I answer it now?
If you want to comment on it.
So is it, first of all, is it possible to be aware of one's images? Not only the image I have about myself, but the image I have created about others, and the images of my culture, the tradition, all that. And is it possible to be aware of that choicelessly? Just to be aware without any choice, without choosing any of it. This better, this good, this bad. Just to be aware, as I'm aware of that tree. Then, which means I am totally attentive, isn't it? Both consciously as well as unconsciously. Can I go into all that, or is?
I should say that it's getting on for 5 minutes to 1. It's going to take a while.
I better stop. But
We'll return to that later, I'm sure.
I wanted to make one point, as long as we move into that. I think the question comes up too, is what you were saying. If you're aware of your images, are you aware of your image-making process?
yes, both are implied.
Yes, okay. Well, we come back to it, but I just wanted to raise that because it's the direction into image-making process that we want to talk about.
Process as well as the making,
Yes.
as well as the image.
As well as the image.
Of course.